We're here to honor the memory of the great Gabriel Flash Elorde. Tell me about your memories of Flash Elorde. You actually preceded him as the junior lightweight champion during the 60s.
Yes, when Elorde became a world champion in 1960s, I was not a boxer yet, but I am his number one admirer at the time. So I cannot believe it why I put Elorde. I start boxing in 1963 and in 1965 I put him in Cebu for the Oriental lightweight championship. But I was not lucky because I lost by decision.
Well, he was, of course, from Cebu and one of our great fighters of all time. Tell me about what it was like, being in that era. How, because a lot of people don't remember or may not have been around for that time. How big and popular was Flash Elorde during the 60s?
Elorde is famous at the time. Yeah, he upgraded boxing business in the Philippines at the time because especially when he knocked out Harold Gomes,
Yes.
yes, in Araneta Coliseum. So at that time, I am his admirer at that time because I was a kid at that time.
And then, of course, after he lost the title, you wound up winning the same championship, the WBC 130-pound championship. You beat Ruben Navarro. Tell me about that. What it was like to win your first world championship.
Why I put Navarro because my first world championship was Kobayashi,
Yes.
the Japanese, and I knocked him down three times. I, the decision I was lost at that time in Japan.
Yes.
So after that, the WBC ordering Kobayashi to fight me again for return bout, but Kobayashi refused. So the WBC stripped the title and declared vacant. And the WBC ordered again to fight a championship, the number one and the number two. I was the number one at that time, and Navarro is the number two. So I put for a championship with Navarro, and I beat him.
How was that feeling, becoming a world champion?
Well, it's nice, but at that time, boxing is the the income of boxing at that time is very small.
Yes.
So, but I taking care of my earnings, so I put my little money to a little business, and until now, I'm still harvesting the fruit of my labor.
Well, that's great news. Tell me, what business are you in right now?
Yeah, I have something houses for rental,
Oh,
for
nice.
renting, and my kids they are already finished in college. The five kids, my five kids is already finished in college.
Well, congratulations. And of course, people will always need a place to live, so that's a good business to get into. I want to ask you now, comparing the generation that you come from, where it was the fighters just seemed a lot tougher because the income, like you said, wasn't as high, and you had to fight many more times. Compare that generation to the generation today of boxing.
Well, it's big difference. You know why? Mostly of the boxer now is fighting distance, not in close range. So that is the difference. And now the boxing is good now because there are plenty of organization in boxing. There is WBE, WBC, IBF, and WBO, and some others. So everybody has a chance to become a world champion.
Like, do you feel that the fighters in your era were tougher than the fighters today?
Well, it's big difference between before and now for the boxer because I think the boxer now is not seriously taking care of themselves because some other boxer now, even the world champion, I saw them in the nightclub, uh, drinking, something like that. But before, in my time, if you do that, I think you're in trouble because the boxing in our time is very long uh, time round. It's
Yes.
become 15 rounds now. It's only 12 rounds. So that is the difference now.
No, sir. I want to ask you. Give me one of your favorite stories from your long boxing career. Tell the fans something that they may not have been there for, but would probably enjoy. What was some of your favorite? What was your favorite story about boxing
Well,
from your own career?
well, my boxing is very good for me because, you know, without boxing, I cannot meet my wife. My wife is a professional. She's a nurse, and she can taking care of me. That's why because of boxing, and I send my five kids in college, and they are already graduated now because of my boxing.
Well, it's great, and also I just want to ask you. Of course, we have Manny Pacquiao in this generation. Very famous, very popular boxer. Compare him to Flash Elorde. How do you think they were different, and who do you think was the better fighter?
Well, it's you cannot compare Pacquiao and Elorde because the time the Elorde's era is different than Pacquiao now.
So you feel
Ladies and
like
gentlemen,
it's just a
your
different
official
fighters?
time, 23
They are both
seconds
they are
of
they are
round
both good
number
fighters.
3 for the winner
Good answer, sir. Well, thank you very much for speaking with us.
Okay, sir, thank you.
Peron